And there it is, just as clear and as pink as if it was put in there yesterday. And this thing was parked for a long time. That's a good feeling though, because I've got a hydromatic and a Dynaflow, I believe, about the only two fairly modern day transmissions that I've never been into. I've never rebuilt. I've done everything else, from all the torque flights and the Fords and GMs and 350s and 400s and cast iron cruise-o-matics and 2-speeds and Ford-o-matics, power glides, 300s. I've done them all. Just never done a hydromatic or a Dynaflow. But at least the fluid's nice and clean. It doesn't look like it that many because it's so dark, but it's nice and clean and clear. So we're going to go ahead and get the transmission pulled out today.
I see you. What you doing?
Working on pulling out your hydromatic.
Hydromatic?
Yeah, that's way before my time. I don't know if that's a CC hydromatic, a roto hydromatic, or what. But it's a hydromatic, first mass-produced automatic transmission.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, are you going to be able to work on the transmission?
Yeah, sure I can, chick.
Well.
Never seen an automatic I couldn't fix.
Yeah, but this is different. This will be your first.
Yeah, it's my first, but it doesn't matter. Everything was my first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the first is kind of exciting, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
All right, chick, I got to get back to work.
Well, I want to, when you do your thing, that old antique thing, and you're pulling out the transmission, we'll get that. Okay?
My transmission jack?
Yeah.
It's not an old antique. I mean, it's maybe a fortune of money years and years ago, back in the 60s and 70s, and up until about 81.
But people don't use it anymore.
Yeah, but that's because they don't make any more like that. If they
I
did,
know.
they wouldn't buy this junk they're making now.
I know it.
That's got like 3-axis controls, and it's all fine controlled by wheels. None of this hydraulic junk and coarse threads and everything else. That thing is awesome.
You love it, don't you?
I love it. I'm glad to get it back.
I know it. You thought it was long gone now.
Yeah, I'm glad to get it back.
And then you're going to demonstrate it in a little while.
Well, whenever.
Whenever.
Yep. Well, another Saturday has rolled around, and the Rust Queen said, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to let you work on my car again this weekend.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Rust Queen.
You're welcome.
So when lunch rolled around, I said, I want you to do me a favor. What do you want? I said, I want you to go and get me some Chef Tuss chili. All right, I got you. I got you covered. So she left, came back a little bit later, and this is what I got. I don't think I'm that stupid. That's not chili from the Taj Mahal.
Well, it was his recipe.
Yeah, sure. What does this W on the front stand for?
I just used that just to...
You just use the cup?
Yeah, I just used
That's
it.
really
And then
Tush's chili?
Yes, and then I'll wash it and then reuse it again.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't know where we left off. The plan was to pull the transmission and then pull the engine. And I don't know if I told you before, I'm senile, but that's not going to work. I forgot the engine's locked. I can't turn the torque converter to get the bolts out of the flex plate, so it's going to have to come out as a unit, which is very difficult. Like really extremely difficult. The Rust Queen was looking at it and said, you're making a big deal out of nothing. Just lift the body off the frame and then you can get to it. Or take the whole front subframe, front clip off, inner fenders, front balance panel, everything, and then you have plenty of room to work. See what I mean? I got lots of help here from the Rust Queen today. Anyway, we have come up with a plan. I got the engine loose. I'm going to pull it forward. I've got the transmission sitting on a rolling transmission jack. And I'm going to try to make the attempt to lift this up. I only have about 2 inches clearance until I hit the steering underneath and cross member on the front and oil pan. I don't have a lot of room. Not a lot of room to work. So we're going to make the attempt to try to maneuver this thing out without taking the body off the frame, which is her idea, obviously, not mine. All right, we'll bring it back when we get to that point. Got any more good ideas?
Not right now.
Thanks. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, ready or not. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know about that. It's not a lot of room.
trial and error.
I just hope that roll on the floor jack will slide forward.
Me too.
And I can clear this radiator support. If I can get it up high enough. Well, it's moving forward a little bit, so that
Well, that's a good thing.
transmission jack
It's working.
is working. I've got a little bit more room
I wonder if I
back
can
there at the
see it.
firewall.
I wish I could show you that.
Of course, I got a problem with clearance on this hood too.
Yeah, you do. Let's look at it. I see much farther we can go. I believe we can do it, though. I believe we can do it.
You believe
I believe we can do
we
it.
can do it.
Yes.
You got a frog
I hear
in here.
something pouring out.
Yeah, it's called antifreeze.
Ooh,
No, actually, that's
whatever it is, it needs to be.
that's
Oh, that's all that stuff we poured in
into the
there.
cylinders trying to free the engine up.
I think it's peeing.
Well, it's making a mess on my floor.
That's what I know.
that.
Do we need to get a bucket right quick?
Transmission fluid.
Do you mean put something under it?
Nope, I just need to
Because
get
there's
this
a
engine out.
lot in there. I mean, like a lot. But it did sound like it was
Right, I
peeing,
run
didn't
into
it?
the transmission jacks, run into the steering, but I believe it's clear.
Yeah.
All right,
I believe we can do it, by George.
I believe we can do it.
I have
Like
worked
just said.
hard on
We can do it.
disconnecting this joker. I just remember the last time we pulled the engine and transmission out outside of the Buick. And do you remember when it was attached to the stand and I was on it and then it fell over? And that's when I broke my elbow
Well, that's not exactly how it happened. but
and
yeah.
my foot. Well, however it happened, I fell and broke my foot and my elbow, and it was horrible, and it's been
Okay.
1 year.
We've heard enough of that story.
Oh, no, you
You
haven't.
milked that one for a month,
Well,
or 12 months.
it's been a year.
All right, looks like we're gonna make it.
I told you. I knew we were. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I had total faith, 100%, it was going to happen.
And I did it without pulling the body off the frame.
Yes. Well, you were so concerned. And I wasn't concerned. You were.
All right, you stay out of the way, because I gotta try to get this
Yeah, don't be slinging that big old boy up me.
back. 1303 Rocket 88 engine. And a automatic transmission.
Yep.
Out of the hole.
Oh, yes. It was so simple. That was so easy to pull out.
Yeah, sure.
All your
sure.
fears and all your worries was all in vain.
All right.
But I knew it would work. And I want everyone to see your transmission thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That under there.
Rarely ever do.
Your old transmission holder.
Transmission jack.
Jack.
Did it work like a charm?
It did. It was wonderful. It was smooth sailing, wasn't it?
All right.
Yay!
Engine and transmission out of the hole.
That's the way to do it. Now pull that joker out so we can see it.
Pull it out.
Dad.
You can see it right through the
Oh.
hole here.
Okay. There it is.
I showed him that before. I bought that in
Oh yeah, the one you bought it.
Yeah, I bought that back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Late 60s, early
Pulled
70s.
out hundreds of transmissions with that.
And it's so good. It was so simple.
I made a lot of money with that.
Yeah.
Paid my way through college.
Paid your way through college, huh? Okay.
Okay, Russ Queen, what's the plan?
Okay, I'm going to pull the transmission away from the engine. And then I've been observing.
You've been observing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you
It
observing?
has two external, what do you call those things?
Two externally adjusted
What do you call those things?
bands.
Bands, yeah.
Yeah, I see the adjustments for the two external bands.
So-
Two externally adjusted bands. Bands are internal.
Yeah.
What else do you notice about it?
Well,
I'll tell you what I see.
I see is rust.
Yeah.
I see rust.
Yeah, I know you see rust.
And that's all I see.
I see the block has an extended, block is extended right here. This would normally be the bell housing, but it's extended block like some early Hemis were. Normally the block would be cut off right back here. That's an extended block. I notice
What this porthole's
right here the portholes. That's because it's a Buick. No.
Ah.
Portholes are because it's air-cooled torque converter. Well, actually, it's not a torque converter. It's a controlled coupling or fluid coupling, I think they called it back in those days. So it's air-cooled.
Oh, it does have vents.
To try to keep the transmission cool. There's no external cooler going to the radiator like modern transmissions are. But, you know, that's a cast iron case.
Yes.
In all the years I've built transmissions, I don't ever recall seeing lacquered up, varnished up cast iron cases. It was always aluminum cases. It was always kind of confusing to me because I always thought that aluminum was supposed to run a whole lot cooler. But I'm not sure that's the case because, like I said, I pulled a lot of external cast iron transmissions, mostly Fords, cast iron power glides, FMX, Cruisematics, Select Shift Cruisematics, early Ford cast iron cases, and I never saw one lacquered up and varnished up like aluminum cases will. But who knows? I'm no expert on it.
I noticed that it's very dirty.
Okay, very dirty
Dirty and rusty.
and rusty.
That's my observation.
Okay, and that's where you come in, right?
Yes, that's my part.
All
Now, you want me to take this apart, is that correct?
I want you to pull the engine away from the transmission. Now you're going to have to try to bolt it, take the bolts loose all the way around and slide it back.
Like this thing here?
And yeah, and leave the torque converter in place, hopefully, and it'll just slide out. That's my guess. Hope we don't do any damage to the torque converter or
Hey, that works.
control coupling or fluid coupling or whatever it is, since we can't disconnect it from the flex plate because the engine is locked.
That's exactly right.
All right, so go to work, Jake.
Well, okay, I will do my best.
303 Rocket 88.
I wonder if I like this thing here, but I can't find these anymore. Any more of these
Okay, that's
good-looking
just a
bands.
braided ground strap.
Yes, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like the old stuff.
Okay.
Like me, I'm old.
All right, don't make any excuses for not working. All right,
Did we look
one
good
rust
to go?
clean out.
My engine? My engine. Okay. Putting things out
If you can't get it, you get the plastic part of that hammer and bump it. What does it look like? What you'd expect. Sludged up a bit, but not bad.
Not bad?
All right, let's pull the intake next. While you pull the intake, I'll see if I can get the transmission shook loose from the engine. Alright, we got the first head off, and as you can see, that's why
That'd be nasty.
we couldn't get it
Gee whiz.
to turn.
Wonder.
And this cylinders are full of diesel and transmission fluid and everything else, but those pistons are frozen in the bores and the heads. Looks rough.
They're rough.
Rough. I don't know. Looks like water got in the engine. I hope we can save it.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's... It's all nasty.
No wonder. No wonder.
Alright, I'll pop that other head off over there for you because it's kind of heavy. Well, we're going to have to spend a lot of time so we can get this thing freed up. We couldn't get the transmission loose. We got to get the flex plate loose from the torque converter. And then what we're going to do that is free up this engine somehow. Alright, Chick, you're doing good.
Thank you.
Alright,
I'm having fun.
pull the head off next. You just wish it was that easy.
No.
Right.
I can do it. No, I can't. It's heavy, monster.
Have you ever seen such a mess? Oh, Russ at Double R, if he saw all this piled up in his garage floor, he'd go into cardiac arrest instantly. But been working hard, chick. You've been hard working. Hard worker today.
Yeah, I just put some beef, barley, and rice on. It's been cooking, and we're having greens. Is it turnip greens?
Turnip greens, yep.
Turnip greens. And I just put that on, and it's cooking away.
How about some Chef Tush chili? Is there any of that left?
No.
No?
No, we wolfed that one down. I made a small recipe.
Okay,
you.
sure you did. All right, hard work today. I'm about to wind it down. I'll tell you what, it's been wonderful out here to have heat. We had our first frost today. It's November 16th, and it comes between the 15th and the 17th every year, so it's on time. But we sure are thankful for the heat, thankful for the nice, warm, lighted shop, air-conditioned shop now. It's actually fun to work out here.
That's exactly right. Sure is.
All right, until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
Shut it down, go have some chow, and see you guys tomorrow. All right, Russ Queen and I are back in the shop again today. Trying to do a little work, trying to get the engine torn down. Big 303 Rocket Oldsmobile 88. And what you got? Oh, she wants to show you guys what sludge looks like from non-detergent oil and improper maintenance.
Do you remember back in the old days, the blob? That's what it reminds me of, the blob.
All right.
Look at that. That is disgusting.
That's disgusting. Okay. A lot of non-detergent oil, no PVC systems, and not good maintenance. Here's something interesting I found interesting. That's the first time I've seen this on a flat tappet cam. When I pull the cover off, the timing gear cover, there's a little boss right there with a wear pattern, a little slight wear pattern. I said, wow, that's right where the camshaft sits. That's kind of strange. And then I set it on the floor. See the mess on the floor, Russ? So I walk over here and I find a cam button, spring loaded, like you find in roller cams. I've never seen that on flat tappet cams before, because the cam tends to walk back toward the back of the engine, the way it's ground. That's interesting for me, anyway. And the Oldsmobile has no harmonic balancer. All it has is this pulley. No balancer at all. I thought that was interesting or strange, too. For what it's worth. All right, catch you guys a little bit later. Alright, Russ Queen. Today you're the sludge queen.
I tell you, I'm actually working up some, this is my recipe, and I'm going to get us some stuff for lunch and supper.
No, I don't think I want any of that.
And all this kind of, oh, just look how wonderful and rich and delicious that is going to be. Chef Tush has nothing on me.
Chef Tush has nothing on you.
No. Look at that.
What are you going to call that recipe?
That has a lot of flour in it to get it this gravy, to get it this thick, black gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good old rice and gravy.
I'll pass.
Look at this. Look at that. How in the world these cars even function back in these days? I'll never know. I mean, it's so thick, I'm scraping it off the bottom. It's just, ugh.
I'll pass.
What, black gravy?
I'll pass.
Black gravy? That's some good stuff. Look at that. You want to fight? You want to fight?
No.
You want to throw this at you?
Well, the Russ Queen slash sludge queen has been hard at it all day. She's cleaning up the block. She got the oil pan cleaned up really nice. Don't know why it's going to the machine shop to be cleaned again, but anyway, she's been working hard. We've had a great day.
It was a great day, very enjoyable day. We did something else we'll tell you about later on, and then it was a beautiful day. 60-something degrees.
Yeah,
It was
60-something
awesome.
degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful day out there.
Beautiful day. Had a very enjoyable day.
And like she said, we have another surprise.
Yes, Mercy, always.
So we'll let you know when that comes around, probably in about a week or two. So
Yep.
in the meantime, we'll keep working on the 303. I'm going to keep putting penetrant in the pistons and just keep banging on top of those with my hard plastic hammer right there. See if we can get the pistons loose. Hopefully the wrist pins aren't frozen. And then we'll get disassembled, get the transmission off finally, get it off to the machine shop, and do whatever else we need to do.
That's right. That's what I was going to say.
All right.
Until next time, see ya.
See ya.